Rob.
Tony. And I'm Jeff.
We're in gaming.
And that's you.
Hello gamers and welcome back to the Inn. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name. And today we will be picking up on our free-to-play account now that we hit Legend on our main account, which is very cool, by the way. Good stuff, good stuff. And we haven't played in a little bit, so we do have some new quests. The Total Dominance, I believe, is the same quest we had carrying over. The Watch and Learn, so we'll actually spectate a friend. Obviously, I'm not going to do that right now. I'll just do it sometime, and I'll open the pack in the next video, and obviously this pack quest should be done. And then the Druid or Hunter doesn't really affect us now. Because it is the last day of the season, I think we're gonna hold off on our 2-0 arena run of where we left off last time, and we're gonna play some Mech Mage and try to hit rank 15 in less than two of these free-to-play series. So we'll play this series, and next series, which should be like 3 or 4 games each. So 8 games in total. If we lose maybe once or twice, we win streak for at least 5 or 6. That's 10 stars, so that's like 38 stars, which is like rank 15. Somewhere in there. All right, so let's sit up. Tony's not with us today. Oh, goodness gracious, we're going against a Druid, and I forgot that I have floss in my back pocket. So I'm gonna... Don't ask why I have floss. It was just something I had in my back pocket today, so let's just put that over here. Good floss. Yeah, you just sit over there. All right. This opening hand, I don't really see anything wrong with it, to be honest. Mana Worm's always good to have on 1, and Oneotron on 2. Frostbolt if he has the Ass Pirate, so that's pretty good. And it looks like he got rid of 2 cards out of his hand and kept 2 cards. The 2 cards he kept were on the very left-hand side. The Mech Warper is really cool, too. So this starting hand is actually not too bad. So I'm assuming one of the 2 left cards in his hand is either Living Roots or Darnassus Ass Pirate, or Coin and Darnassus Ass Pirate. So we're going to see. Ooh, Squire. Looks like he's playing Cancer. This is good stuff. So we can go ahead and Mech Warper, swing our Mana Worm into his 1/1, or we could go ahead and play the Oneotron. So, alright. We play the Mech Warper. Oneotron costs 1 next turn, Frostbolt costs 2, obviously, so if he plays another card, we can Frostbolt that card. If we play a Oneotron, then that follows up for the Tinkertown Technician next turn, but it doesn't allow us to make any trades with the Frostbolt. So if we Mech Warper next turn, we can develop a card and Frostbolt, or we can go ahead and go for the Tempo play, which would be a Oneotron into a 4/4. So it all depends, or we could go ahead and just clear the board right here, and kill it off with our Mana Worm, and then go ahead and play the Mech Warper and Oneotron next turn. So it kind of all depends what we want to do in this situation. Him being a Druid on turn, I think I'm overanalyzing the rank 20 plays. We're just going to play Mech Warper and hit this Divine Shield off this card. Rank 20 overanalyzing with Rob. He's going to Innervate, Coin, Fel Reaver, we're fucked. I'm glad I took off the Divine Shield, but we should have killed it. I didn't see it coming. That was a good trade on his behalf, but we planned for this. We did plan for this, because we can go ahead and Oneotron, Frostbolt, go face. Oh my G-Blitz. We can Mech Warper, Oneotron for free, Frostbolt this, and the game is over. And this is why Mech Mage is pretty good. We spilled some monster. Monster on the floor, monster on the floor. What do you got? Ooh, an Iron Fur Grizzly. Really powerful stuff, guys. Real powerful stuff. All right, draw me into another Frostbolt. Ooh, the 3-drop Clockwork Knight. I accept you. Powerful stuff. So we're going to make this trade because he can't... I guess he could swipe, but that only kill the 3/1 Mech Warper, which is fine. Dude, that is insane, guys. All right, this is Legend deck right here. Rank 21, rank 21, the plays. I wonder how far we could go without losing. I mean, the second we hit someone who's playing like a not free-to-play, we lose. You can't target that. You gotta hit the Divine Shield first, silly Druid. Wrath for 1, oh, coin into a 3-drop. What do you have? What do you have? The Imp Master, powerful card, powerful card. Powerful stuff. Ooh, Polymorph on the board. So I think we can go ahead and Technician, see what we got out of it. Probably just go ahead and ping the Imp. Ooh. I feel so bad for this guy. We could actually, I was gonna say switch this and then kill it off, but we actually don't have to. We can we just ping this off. We'll kill this because we can, and then we'll just go finish with what we got. Why even let him keep cards on the board? We obviously know he's playing Mark of the Wild, so he could be playing other buffs. And if we would have kept either creature alive, he could Savage Roar, start killing off our creatures, if he has that. So it's might as well just board control it up. If he swipes, he kills, what, 2 creatures? He still has to deal with the rest of it. And he can Samidad on the floor. There's like a little window over there. You guys can't see it because obviously you haven't seen the office. Unless you follow us on Instagram, then you've seen our office. But there's like a little window over there. And every time someone walks past that little window, they always make some funny face in the mirror, or the window, not the mirror. I just stated it was a mirror, a window. It's a window, not a mirror. But anyway, they make funny faces. All right, so there's win number 1. So how many, is it always 3 stars, or does it go to 4 stars when we hit rank 19? I don't know. I think it's 3 stars all the way to 15, right? And then it goes to 4 stars? Or 4 stars is that rank 10, and it's 3 stars all the way until 10. I don't know. All right, so Frostbolt, obviously, sorry about that, guys, is going to be something we keep here. All right, so Fireball is good, obviously, but not on turn 1. And then the Arcane Intellect, great to draw. Card advantage is always good, but again, not on turn 1. Frostbolt, we're going to keep it just because it's a decent card to have on turn 2 if we don't happen to get a 2-drop. But most of the time we do because of how many decent 1 and 2 drops we have in this deck. So we've got like 2 Mana Worms for the 1-drop, 2 Cogmasters for the 1-drop, followed by like Mech Warper, Noyotron, Snowchugger, stuff like that. Ooh, another Kinsamida on the floor. He saw the FTP part and he just said, "Fuck it, man. Fuck it, man." I swear, climbing the legend right now, 1 concede at a time. I think that was our fastest free-to-play match so far. I don't think anybody has auto-conceded to the FTP account. I want to fly. Paladin, oh gosh. If we're playing Secret Paladin, guys, at rank 20, have mercy. Have mercy. Okay, so I think we can go ahead and, this is kind of hard. I think we can get rid of the Snowchugger. I mean, not the Snowchugger, but the Noyotron. Even though, I don't know. Like, Frostbolt's good, but is it really? I'm going to keep Frostbolt for removal. All of these cards are good, to be honest. I think I'm just going to keep this entire hand. I know this isn't good, but I don't want to be greedy. Even though this is kind of greedy. Fuck it. We have a good 2-drop. We have a good 3-drop as a 2-drop. Like the 2-drop, obviously we have, and then a 3-drop can be, again, another 2-drop, which is fine. It's just really bad to hero power on turn 3. Like, if you play a 2-drop creature, it's still almost as good as a 3-drop, if not sometimes better, depending on the situation. So I think this is fine. So if he plays nothing here, we Snowchugger. If he plays something here, we'll probably Noyotron. It all depends what he plays here. If he plays a Secret Keeper, we concede. I'm just kidding. We're not going to concede. We'll beat him because we run 2 Polymorphs, which is really, really good against Secret Paladin. Because you can just be like, oh yeah, that's a really nice card you have there. Now it's a sheep. He's thinking long and hard about his Paladin plays. I wonder if I've played anybody and they've recognized the FTP. Like, oh yeah, this is a free-to-play player. That's cool. If I ever played anybody that said FTP, I would have, you know, like, yeah, I'd have respect for them. I want to fly. Oh, also, guys, I wanted to mention, because we use XSplit to... What is going on today, guys? I promise you I'm not DDoSing these people. Jeff, I've had 2 people in a row concede to me on turn 1. They entered the game, didn't play a single card, and conceded. 2 times in a row. What is this? I went from 21 to 19 and I've played half a match because the first guy conceded 2. But he didn't concede right off the start. He waited a little. That's 3 concedes in a row in less than, how long have we been recording? I think like 8 minutes of gameplay, 3 minutes of intro. This is insane. I know, right? Why can't it be this easy on my main account? Sit there, grind for Legend for like 2 weeks. I cry myself to sleep because it's like a nuisance on my brain cell. And then I play on this account and I have 3 concedes in a row. Good stuff. A nuisance on my brain cell. All right. All right, Rob. Pyroblast. I totally forgot that was in this deck, but how exciting. We're going to keep Cog for sure. Draw me into a 2-drop mech. 2-drop Frostbolt. That's not a mech, but that's good. Just in case he plays the Ass Pirate. All right, 2-drop mech right here. Boom. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This game has respect. This game knows Mech Mage deserves, like, love. So that's why it's giving me such good hands. Like, Clockwork Knight's still not the best, but it's still a decent 5-drop to follow up. Like, it's by far probably, like... I don't even know what to say about it. Just a cool card. Look at that fucking horse. You can't look at Clockwork Knight and be like, my day sucks. No, you look at Clockwork Knight and you're satisfied with life. All right. I think we can Annoyatron, and what happens if we don't attack? If we don't attack, he uses his passive or plays a card. But if we attack this into here, the next turn, we still have to attack this into here. So I think we just don't do anything, because originally we just want to swing our Annoyatron into this knockoff Divine Shield, then kill it. We don't want to attack, we don't want to have to attack this twice. So we're just going to leave it be. Also, it makes him have to use, if he has Wrath, he has to use the deal 3 damage, not the deal 1 damage draw card. So that's better as well. And we still have a, if we don't draw into it, ooh, Shapeshift. So he's going to go ahead and knock off that Divine Shield, which is perfectly fine, because then we can just go ahead, cog into there. Hopefully we draw into like a 3-drop. Technician would be the best card we could draw into. Shredder. Okay, so I think we're going to go ahead and Arcane Intellect to see if we can get some more good cards in here. We're going to go ahead, bring this guy down to 1 HP, and then swing in. So next turn, it's either Shredder or it's going to be Mech Warp or Snowchugger. It's going to be one of those two. I think the Shredder is a little bit more sticky, depending on what he does here. Hopefully he doesn't play anything too big, or we might just Mech Warp or Frostbolt. Swipe, so he went ahead and wants to clear our board, which makes it so. Playing the Mech Warp or Snowchugger seems a little bit better, because we can follow up next turn with the Shredder and Frostbolt. If not, the Clockwork Knight seems pretty good too.
Shields up.
That's not gonna do you, buddy. Attack a big punch. Oh. All right, so this has 2 attack. So I think. Oh wow, this is a hard turn, guys. All right, so if we. Okay, so basically we're gonna have to. We want to kill both these creatures. So Shredder, Frostbolt is definitely going to play. Putting the Shredder in the middle just in case a Direwolf comes out. They both have 2 attacks, so obviously we want to attack the one, or Frostbolt the one with the 3 health, not the 2 health. Because of Mech Warper, we really don't care if it dies or not. We're going to swing this into here. Also, we're going to attack with that to make sure Snowchugger hits face, because right now he can't use his passive to kill the Mech Warper. If we would have reversed this around, then he would have been able to kill our Snowchugger with his passive next turn. But in this situation, he's frozen, so he can't do shit. There's a Druid of the Claw, not in the charge position. All right, so we can play a little risky biscuit now, and we can Goblin Blast Mage and see where the pings land, or we could just go ahead and give our Shredder +1/+1 and then ping, which I think is a little bit safer. So we're gonna give him +1, we're gonna swing, what comes out? That's not the best thing that's gonna come out, but it's not the worst. We're gonna go ahead, the Druid is frozen again, we've developed a 5/5, and we can save our Blast Mages for a little bit longer. Also, because the Mech Warper reduces the Clockwork Gnome, that gives us a little bit more value while the Mech Warper is still alive, as the Blast Mage does not get the reduced cost. It's actually going really well for us, guys. I'm excited. Oh, what I was saying about XSplit earlier. So when I'm recording, oh gosh, good thing I don't have any things you can fuck me over like that. Okay. So I think we can just go ahead and basically develop the board. Let's put this on the, let's put it right here. I think it's gonna do fairly well right here. So it's gonna hit this 3 times. Wow, it didn't do shit. So we're gonna hit it once, ping it once, throw the Annoyatron in the middle, just because it looks cool. He's like the leader of the pack. We're just gonna swing and we have game next turn. Okay, what I was saying about XSplit, 3rd time now, is when I'm recording, for some reason, if the video is longer than 45 minutes, somewhere in that 45 minutes, the audio and video goes out of sync. And this is something normally I can fix, but because we're doing so many videos so often, oh no, what do we do? I'll get back to it in a second. So we can Arcane Intellect and hopefully get a Polymorph, or we can go ahead and Blast Mage and Frostbolt and see what kind of trades we can make. I think this is a little bit better just because it allows us to develop the field more and we're just not basing it all off RNG. So it brings it at 7, which means if this does 3, we can make a trade with a 4. Do we have a 4 on the board? We don't. We don't have a 6 on the board because we could ping and then swing into something, but that doesn't make sense either. So if we Frostbolt, what are we losing out? If we Frostbolt this and hit it with, puts it at 4, yeah, that's game. So we can just, yeah, so we just swing into here, swing into here, and then swing this face, and then ping this for 1. It had to go like that. If we would have wasted 1 more damage on that guy killing it, then we would have been 1 damage short from lethal. So let's say we would have like swung our 5/5 into it after pinging it, we would have not had, I don't think we would have had enough damage anyway. Okay, so we are almost 18. I'm feeling it, boys. I'm feeling it. I want to fly. Did I finish my XSplit story? Anyway, the audio, yeah. So because the audio and video are out of sync for like, it's only a couple minutes and then it goes back to normal. So if you see the audio and video out of sync and it's longer than like a couple minutes, you can point that out to me. But if it's like off for like anywhere between 1 to 3 minutes and then it fixes itself, and unless you really want to bring it up, you can. But for the most part, if it fixes itself, that's the important part. But if it doesn't fix itself, that's also important. That needs to be taken note so I can, you know, make sure in the video when I'm looking at it that there's no, you know, it's not an extended period of time. Because if it's like 30 seconds in a 45-minute video, there's no way if I'm like editing anywhere between 2 to 3 videos a day that I can search through the video all of that time to make sure that there's no 30 seconds of like voice delay in there. I just can't do it. So we could go ahead and coin Mech Warper in the next turn, Mana Worm and a Noyotron, or we could play it the little bit safe route and go ahead and just play Mana Worm, and then the next turn we can coin Mech Warper and a Noyotron, and the Mech Warper's hiding behind the Noyotron, which gives us a little bit more chance to live just in case he plays like some crazy 2-drop never before seen new to the meta. Okay. And it'll give us the ability to coin and buff up our Mana Worm. So, coin, Mech Warper, a Noyotron. And what do we want to do here? I think we can go ahead and kill off the Web Spinner because then his Mad Scientist is going to have to attack a Noyotron. If we go ahead and attack the Mad Scientist, it just doesn't feel as good because he's able to pull a secret out of his deck and we're going to have to attack next turn. So I think this is the better option in this particular situation here. We want him to draw into the secrets. We don't necessarily want to pull the secrets out for him just yet. Next turn looks like a Shredder kind of turn. Oh no, huge Toad. Perfect curve for him. Gee willikers. All right, there's our sweet Hogger. So I think we can go ahead and definitely Shredder here. It kind of stinks, to be honest, because we're gonna have to get rid of this huge Toad. And hopefully it hits if it hits the Noyotron, would probably be the best target for it. All right, that's fine. Now we swing, and we swing. Next turn, he's forced to swing his Mad Scientist into a Noyotron unless he wants to waste like a Silence on it or another charge minion like a Huffer, but that would be kind of silly. Actually, wouldn't be too bad. So it's going to pull out the secret. We're going to assume it's going to be Explosive Trap at this rank just because it's really popular. Actually, he's playing Shredder, which could mean it's a Frozen Trap. So if it's a Frozen Trap, we're going to test that theory out right here. Frozen Trap. Haha. Who would have guessed? I would have. All right, so we can go ahead and do we want to save Polymorph for Savannah Highmane, or do we want to go ahead and, we really don't have any development strategies here. We could redevelop the Mech Warper, but that doesn't seem that great. We attack Shredder into Shredder and he makes viable trades that way. Plus, if he doesn't have Savannah Highmane, we want to have the initiative here. So we're going to go ahead and keep tempo on our side. So if he summons another creature next turn, we can go ahead and Clockwork Knight this, as long as what he plays doesn't have more than 2 attack, and we'll continue to make valuable trades there. Okay, so we played the Spider Tank, which is pretty good, and another secret, which is not so good for us. I'm going to make the assumption that it is not... What do I want to play here? Do we want to play a 5/5 or do we want to play a 4/4 and ping? That is the question at hand. Because if we attack and it's a Frozen Trap, we've been bamboozled, boys. I'm going to make the assumption it's not another Frozen Trap. It's a Bear Trap. All right, that's still not too bad. So he swings his bear into the Shredder, and he still has to deal with whatever comes out of the Shredder and our 5/5, which doesn't seem that bad. Next turn, we should have at least 1 card on the field, so we can Hogger, and hopefully, okay, so the Cog can't attack right away. He's going to Hunter's Mark that. Please don't have Unleash the Hounds. All right, all mechs get +2, which is just this guy. So he makes the trade into the Shredder with his 3/3, or he just goes face. All right, so he makes that trade there. And he goes face. Okay. Not too bad. Could be worse. Okay, so I think we're definitely going to make this trade here. Let's see what comes out of our Shredder. Another mech. All right, so we play the Hogger. Actually lives. We play this. Nothing happens, so I think Hogger is our best bet. It makes him have to deal with it right away, and he has no way to deal with this Hogger. Because he swings his 3-3 into the 2-2, and he swings his 3-2 into our Micro Machine, and if not, he tries to Hogger, then our Micro Machine gets better. This Frozen Trap really messed up our Mech Warper though. Okay, so now he can actually make that trade. That was probably the best draw he could have gotten in that situation, to be able to pump enough damage to kill our Hogger. Rip Hogger. But that's okay, because we can Technician into Fireball. Hey, how you doing, Pyroblast? So just to make sure we have enough mana, we do. So we're gonna definitely Fireball this to get it off the board. And our our Micro Machine is putting in work. It's really lucky that we got a mech out of our Shredder, which is most of the time that doesn't happen, but luck is on our side today, boys, as we've seen before in our previous videos. So this is the Savannah Highmane that we wanted to save our Polymorph for, but we've gained enough tempo in the meanwhile that it really doesn't make that big of a significant difference. Okay, so there's a Blast Mage. We do have enough mana, however, to go ahead and play the Arcane Intellect, see if we can draw into Polymorph. We don't. I think the Shredder's a little bit stickier than the Blast Mage, to be honest, right now. We're just going to go to push as much damage as possible, because we do have Pyroblast in our hand, which will allow us to end the turn, not next turn, but the following turn. And him doing 18 damage without clearing our board, because if he doesn't clear our board, we win next turn. And if he does clear our board, then we actually just keep maintaining the same health mark we're at. He also just made Flame Strike. Oh my goodness gracious, a Ysera, but that doesn't necessarily matter too much. So we can go ahead and Blast Mage and try to push lethal because we're one off. What do you guys think? You want to be a little greedy? Let's be a little greedy. Let's see if Blast Mage will hit face one time. Okay, look, it did. All right, sweet. We made it! All right, so we'll play one more game because we're at 23 minutes currently. Rank 18. So if we play one more, we're at 17, and then the next video can be 17 to 15. So it worked out perfectly. How did my math do that? We're also at 580 gold, which is pretty nice. When did I say we buy more packs? We say we buy packs at 700 plus, yeah. So 600 is our safety stock, 700 is 100 over, so yeah, anything above 600 we buy packs. And to be more precise, we buy classic packs. No GVG right now, obviously. Okay, so we're going against another mage.
You asked for it.
All right, we keep a Noyotron. Ooh, Technician even seems pretty good here. We've got the 2-3-4 curve, guys. We've got the 2-3-4 curve. I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna be a little bit greedy. I'm gonna assume this guy's gonna be playing a little bit slower. So a Noyotron on 2, then we coin out Blast Mage on 3, and then we play Technician on 4 if our Noyotron can live, because the Blast Mage will kill off whatever he plays on turn 3. Yes. So don't play a creature on 1. I develop my Noyotron. No, he can't play a creature this turn, and he plays a card that doesn't kill a Noyotron next turn. It's a little bit of a stretch, but I think we can do it. I guess this was pretty greedy. Mech Warper would be better than a Noyotron, to be honest. A Snow Checker would be better as well. The Noyotron's only good if he doesn't draw a creature. If he has direct damage and no creatures, a Noyotron's best, but if he has creatures and no direct damage, another creature, a little bit beefier, is better, because he can just ping the Noyotron on 2 and kill it off. Or he can just concede here, which seems to be a very popular method as well. What are you going to do?
Someone's out on me.
Is it always like this at this rank, guys? Or is it just me? Or is it just right now? Like, what is this shenanigans? I almost want to coin out a Noyotron next turn, but I won't. We have to stick to our game plan of a 5-4 that shoots out 4 damage on turn 3. End our turn quickly. There we go. Rope in. And the rope gets quicker too, by the way, guys. Oh, the Flame Juggler. Okay. All right, so we can go ahead and develop. Oh, we could be a jerk and coin out the Technician, forcing him to use his ping on turn 3 to deal with the... oh, gosh. This just got a whole lot better. Yeah, I can't... I'm sorry, guys. I can't say no to this combination of cards right here. 2/2 drops on turn 2. You can't say no to that. we'll just play the Technician next turn and the Blast Mage on 4. If we wouldn't have drawn Mech Warper like a Snow Chugger, we would have kept to the game plan. But because he's going to have to ping the Annoyotron and waste a creature, why is he playing Flame Juggler? That's such an interesting card to want to play in this situation. So he's going to go ahead and float 1 mana to kill this, which is perfectly fine. So now we can Technician. Oh, man. Yeah, we're still going to Technician. And we're going to attack into this. So now he's going to have to ping their our 2/1, which really doesn't matter too much, because we still have a Snow Chugger in our hand, which we can use next turn without an issue. He really wants to ping, but he really wants to play that Shredder in his hand. Do you have that Shredder in your hand, sir? Ooh, Arcane Explosion, the value. He's going to ping the 4/3, which means we won't be... Oh, it gives it 1 attack. So I guess next turn we're going to be playing Snow Chugger, or we can develop the Blast Mage onto nothing. Ooh, Spider Tank's good too. I think we can go ahead and just Spider Tank. It's a pretty decent 3-drop. Next turn we can go ahead and do the Blast Mage. I guess the stats aren't different. The burst of 4 damage with this can kill off, you know, a variety of different creatures that you may not have enough to do. So I think that's fine. The Spider Tank allows us to do that. So he plays like a Shredder. Oh wow, that's a big card. That tid be a big old card. So I think we can go ahead and Blast Mage. If 1 more would have hit it, I would have made the trade with... actually, we can make this trade if we really want. You know what? We will. Go face for 3. We're going to make that trade so our 5/4 can live. And that guy wasn't even a mech, to be honest. And it clears his board just in case he has some crazy combo. Not that mages have, like, Divine Shield or the ability to give a card Divine Shield or to buff it really that much. But it's still best to just keep the board control under your favor. Flame Waker into 2 spells, most likely. There's the Secret, which we can assume is going to be... We'll find out. So what would we hate that to be? I suppose if it's a Mech Warper, that's not bad. All right, so it's a counterspell. So Mech Warper. It could in fact be an Effigy. We'll see if it's an Effigy. Not an Effigy, it's a Vaporize. It's a Vaporize. We played around everything but a Vaporize. That's good stuff, boys. I would have done the same. It's better that that died anyway, because we were able to make the trade without it dying. So, like, let's say we would have lost 2 creatures if I would have traded my 5/2 into his Flame Waker and then the 3/2. Oh God, he got both of these cards. Fudge monkeys. All right, so it looks like we're gonna Hogger next turn and just go face with everything we got. All right, Hogger, do me work, son. Time to go face. We got Fireball in hand, which is a reasonable amount of damage. We've got the taunt that comes up through Hogger, so he can't attack directly with his 7/4 yet unless he wants to waste a Frostbolt or a Fireball, which means he most likely would Frostbolt the 2/2, swing his 7/4 into the 4/4, then 11/11 would come out. We would get Polymorph off the top. We Polymorph it. We go face. We Fireball the following turn. So Frostbolt. This is looking like the situation I just described. There it is. Here comes the 11/11. Polymorph off the top because that's the way this game works. Oh, Jesus Christ. Have mercy! Polymorph off the top. Oh, no Polymorph. All right. Arcane Intellect to a Polymorph. Nah, that's not a Polymorph. That's not a Polymorph. Holy moly mackerel. All right. We are taking quite a bit of damage next turn, boys. All right, how do we want to do this? We can freeze the 11/11. All right, seems like the plan. All right, now what? We can kill off the 4/6, or he can attack here, ping, then this has 1 health, and we can ping it next turn. So I think we go face. We gotta get him back down low, boys. So his best situation, he swings his 4/6 into our 5/5, and then he pings the 5/5, but then he leaves his 4/6 at 1 health. We ping it next turn. We develop Mana Worm, Spider Tank. We swing another Snow Chugger into his 11/11, makes it so it can't attack. He plays a 1/6. Oh, man. It's going to be a tough game, boys. All right, Flame Strike off the top. Flame Strike or Polymorph? Flame Strike would actually be better in this situation, so he goes face as well. Nice. Blast Mage. Okay, interesting. So this is going to be 8 mana. So we have to play the Mana Worm. All right, so we're gonna clear off things that we do not want to go through, which will be this. Then from here, if we swing this into there, we swing this into there, and then we Blast Mage, seems pretty reasonable. Okay, and now we can Blast Mage. Okay. So now we Frostbolt, or Fireball this. And we can yet again freeze this. Or if we don't freeze this, he makes a trade. He can kill off one of our 5s, which we would have made a trade next turn with it anyway. So I think we can kill it, unless he's got Flame Strike. And then in that situation, we are dunzo. Dunzo. If he has Flame Strike, by all means, off the top, baby. Value plays with this guy. Value plays. Only the best for Reno mages. Treat him right, Blizzard. Treat him right. All right, we can make a comeback through Arcane Intellect into Sheep. Into Sheep. Sheep. We run 2 fucking sheeps in this deck. Where are all my sheeps? We've used no sheeps. Where are my sheeps? If he has any direct damage spells whatsoever, we lose. All right. Just to make note, we've got 12 cards left and we haven't drawn into a single sheep. Don't I'm sorry me, bro. You got super lucky. You got Reno when you needed him, and you got your double into this Thad, and we had no way to get rid of him. It's okay, though. It's okay. It's okay. You deserve to win that. After that amount of RNG, you have to win that. I would have felt bad if I would have beat you. Anyway, guys, we're going to end this here. We are at, what rank are we end at? 18? All right. Unfortunately, we didn't get to that 17 mark, but that's okay, because then we just win 3 more. Yeah, we can do it next episode, hopefully, as long as we just don't lose another one, which seems to be, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, guys, always glad to have you here at the end, of course. I'm Warshack, and happy whatever the hell day it is.